Have you ever wondered why tires are black? I mean, rubber doesn't naturally look completely black. In fact, the earliest car tires were actually white. So, how did we go from white tires to the black tires we see on almost every vehicle today? The answer takes us back hundreds of years. Before rubber tires existed, wheels were usually made from wood. They could get you from one place to another, but there was one big problem. The ride was extremely rough. Every stone, bump, and hole in the road could be felt. Then came rubber. Natural rubber comes from the sap of certain trees. And surprisingly, natural rubber is naturally light-colored. More like white, cream, or beige, not black. As inventors began experimenting with rubber, they realized it could make wheels much more comfortable. Rubber could absorb some of the bumps from the road. So, early rubber tires started appearing. And because rubber was naturally light in color, many of those early tires looked white or cream-colored. So yes, there really was a time when tires weren't black. Early tires were much lighter in color than the ones we use today. But there was a problem. As cars became faster, heavier, and more common, tires needed to become stronger. Cars were improving quickly. They were becoming faster, heavier, and they were being driven much farther. This meant tires had to deal with more heat, more friction, and more wear. Plain natural rubber simply wasn't enough. And this is where the color changed. Manufacturers began adding something called carbon black. Carbon black is a very fine black powder. When it was mixed into rubber, it didn't just change the tire's color. It also helped improve the tire's performance. Carbon black helped make the rubber stronger and more durable. It helped tires resist wear. It also helped protect the rubber from damage caused by sunlight. And it improved the tire's ability to handle heat. So the black color wasn't originally chosen just because it looked cool. It came from adding a material that made tires perform better. So imagine manufacturers had two choices. On one side was lighter colored rubber, but it wore out more quickly. On the other side was rubber mixed with carbon black, which was stronger and lasted longer. For the growing automobile industry, the choice was obvious. Over time, carbon black became widely used in tire manufacturing. And slowly, black tires became the standard. Eventually, seeing a black tire became so normal that most people probably never stopped to ask why tires are black in the first place. But wait, you might be thinking about old cars with white tires. Well, those were often called white wall tires. The tire itself was mostly black, but part of the sidewall was made to appear white. Eventually, white walls became a popular style and were strongly associated with classic cars. Today, tires still face a lot of punishment. Hot roads, friction, heavy vehicles, long distances, and constant exposure to the environment. That's why materials that improve durability are still extremely important. So why did tires go from white to black? Early rubber was naturally light-colored, but as vehicles became faster and heavier, tires needed to become stronger and more durable. Manufacturers discovered that adding carbon black could significantly improve the rubber. And as a result, tires became black. So the next time you look at a car tire, remember, it's black for more than just looks. The color represents a major step in the history of making tires stronger, safer, and longer lasting. And that's the surprising reason tires went from white to black. If you enjoyed learning something new today, subscribe for more simple explanations of the everyday things we see. But rarely stop to question.